Connections. Connecting people to places. That's going to be our theme for today's episode. And while I'm talking about connections, let me just say that last episode, you guys connected with me. Thank you very much for the support that you showed. I gave you all a challenge at the beginning of that episode to show me your love for the Transport Fever 2 series, and you did. Message received loud and clear, this series is here to stay for the foreseeable. So today I want to connect up as many cities as I can using the river network that we have. I feel like I've focused in on these two towns for the majority of the series so far, and unfortunately for the beginning of today's episode, we're going to continue to do that. As we're setting up passenger lines, it's quite likely that these two towns are going to be the most likely to make me profit, as they're going to have the most amount of citizens. It also helps that I do have bus network set up in at least one of the towns. I know South Shields definitely has a bus network set up, and that should help to transport citizens to my harbour. We're going to completely ignore this conga line of horse and carts that I have going up and down this road. It's making me money, as you can see down in the corner, and that's really all we need to know about it. So we're just going to leave that there. The first challenge of today's episode is to sort of set up harbours in all of these places that look natural for a start and will add to the aesthetic of the town rather than take away from it. So the challenge with getting one of these harbours into Boreham Wood is purely about cost, because if we were to sort of take out one of these larger buildings, we're talking like £1 million just to place a harbour. It seems a little bit excessive, but I believe if we get rid of one of these smaller buildings down here, it's a little bit cheaper. It's 665,000. I think I can live with that. So we're going to start by getting rid of these buildings, unfortunately. Okay, so that's step one complete, although I don't like this. Can I get this closer? We're stuck like that. Okay, so we've got this. Now the next thing to do is add on our docks. I'm going to use a large dock because that will allow for 50 passengers, so that's good. I wonder how much the actual main dock allows for, though. It doesn't say, does it? We'll use a large dock regardless, and I'll put this out the side this way. Yeah, that looks good. Hang on, let me just double check from above. Does it cut off any buildings? So if I put it like... Ideally, I don't want it to interrupt with any buildings, but also I like the idea of it being quite close. I wonder if I just get rid of that one building. I think I will, because I like the idea of it being connected to the land. It's a bit expensive to go that way, so I'm gonna leave it that way. Let's see how this looks. Hopefully another building will grow in right here, but I quite like that. I feel like that's more natural, that it would look like that. Maybe we can even get a connection down here. If I do a road, does it connect down to this part? So if I go from there, does that connect up? No, it doesn't. Okay, we'll leave that. And so we've got a dock. I still want this to look better. I know it's costing us money for no reason, but I want to put some of these smaller docks in. I feel like this would be really cool. So we could do something like this, and maybe that, and that. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, but then we need to make sure that there's actually landing zones for it. So we'll put a landing zone there, 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 there. Oh, why not there? Oh no, we did. Okay. Outside of navigable waters there, apparently. So we won't put one there, but that's fine. So we've got plenty of landing docks here now for our boat to come into. So that's harbour number 1 complete. And that was actually surprisingly easy. I'm also quite taken back by how good this looks. I thought it wouldn't look as good. I'm a bit disappointed with this. Maybe I should make this road bigger. If I upgrade the road to like a wider street, will that make it look any better? If I just want to do a little section. I think it will make it look better, but I think it'll cost us a lot. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, and you know what? It does look a lot better. Loads better. Cool. I like it. I feel like that's how it should look as well for a cargo harbour. I wish we could put something here to make it look good as well, but hopefully some buildings will grow in around us. Harbour number 1 is set up, so the second harbour we need to do is, well, South Shields is already done, to be honest. I'm not going to add in a second passenger harbour. All I'm going to do is configure this station, and we're going to put a passenger building on this, and probably this side. And then we'll get a dock and put that there. And then we'll just do, again, we'll do a couple of these. Like that. And then landing pads. I can't believe it's 50,000 just to say that they can land here. That seems a bit ridiculous if you ask me. But we'll go with it. Now, the next thing we need to do is Rochdale, but I need to change this bridge. So, how are we going to make this bridge look better? We need to make it taller for a start. So I think the first thing we need to do is just delete it. Gone. Okay, now we need to reconnect it, but hopefully bigger. So we're going to get our country road. I guess we'll get the medium country road for this as well, because we'll probably keep it here for quite a while. Bring it down slightly. What's the issue here? Why the collision? I feel like there shouldn't be a collision here. Is it purely because we're starting so close to the edge? Probably is. So let's try again, but starting from here. Something's going on here that I can't quite figure out. I might need to delete more of this. Okay, so let's do that then. And then we'll go from here and we'll try to build up. Oh, there we go. So if we build up from here, that should be okay. I just need to make sure that it links up over there. How tall is that? That's looking better. How tall can we make this? That's too tall, isn't it? Let's go with this. I think that's okay. Now I need to remember to connect this road up. How are we going to get this to connect up now? Probably like, let's get a roundy road, a curvy road, and we'll bring this up there, and then through here. How does that look connecting on the other side? It looks okay. Alright, now is this going to cost me an absolute fortune to go across this river like this? It really is. Okay, is that level? That's level. It's going to cost me a lot, but it's kind of needed for the boats. Also, I hate how this looks. It looks absolutely dreadful. It's way too big. Way too big. 10 million. No way am I doing that. Not a chance. Right, let's let's try again. We'll get rid of this. And we'll just make it just a little bit bigger, maybe. Maybe I'll try with the small road again. And we'll just make sure that it stays level. Yeah, it seems a bit odd what it's doing there. This looks okay. I can deal with that. I feel like boats can get under there. If they can't, then I'll be upset. But I feel like that should be high enough for boats. We'll bring this all the way across over here. There we go. That should be... I think that will be tall enough for boats. Is it, though? I'm not sure what the yellow means. I guess we're going to go with it for now. What I may do, if it's not big enough, I might just delete like a midsection and we'll just raise like a little tiny bit of it. I probably should have done that in the first place. Okay, so with that done, now we need to get a harbour over this side on Rochdale. Is it Rochdale or Rochdale? What? I think it's Rochdale, right? So a passenger harbour, we'll get one in here somewhere. Let's turn this around. I wonder if we can put it here. I quite like it being over here though because of, again, because of the industrial stuff, right? So I'll do that and then we're going to configure this. I don't need as many connections on here, only one really. I wonder if I should just leave the main connection. I think I will. But we'll get some roads and we'll just connect a road up. And I want to get it as close as possible because it looks better when it's close. Can I get it closer than this? No, I was already close as I could get. There we go, that looks good. And then if I connect up to here. There we go. All right, there's 3 of the stations done. 1, 2, 3. Now I want to create a station at Halifax, Huntingdon, Enfield, everywhere basically. So let's get a harbour set up over here. Actually, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should just do one line first. So what I'm thinking is, to give you guys an idea, I'm thinking Rochdale to South Shields to Boreham Wood to Huntingdon to Enfield. As that's line 1 and then back. Then line 2, I'm thinking Halifax to Boreham Wood, where they can connect to different lines if they want to Willenhall to Potton. And then I'm thinking about a separate line from Corbridge to Gainsborough to Congleton. So that's 3 lines that I want to get set up today. So I really should get a move on with all of this, shouldn't I? So the first line was Rochdale, South Shields, Boreham Wood, Huntingdon. So let's get Huntingdon set up. Now, Huntingdon already has a harbour right in the middle of town. So we're just going to add to this one. Passenger harbour. What side's cheapest? That's 450. That's 400. So that was an easy decision. We'll get a... maybe just a small dock here. Or no, I feel like I should do a large dock still. It's going to delete that building if I go there. I feel like maybe I need to remove it anyway. No, that's such a nice building. I'll do a small dock, and then I'm going to do docks off that dock. Like that. There we go. And landing. Perfect. That's plenty of space for passenger ships. Now I need to do another one up here at Enfield. Enfield, what are we going to do with you? I think we're going to put a passenger harbour down this end. Why not? Rather than destroying everything that's already in place, why not just add to this little section of the town? I think it should be fine. We'll turn that slightly. We'll put it there, and then we need to try to connect a road up to it in a natural way, I suppose. I guess what we'll do is just something like this. We'll come down here. Want this to connect. And then we'll come across there. Oh, I want it to be a straight road if I can get it. Thank you very much. How close can we get all of this? Basically right up to it. That's great. And then we'll do that. There we go. Wonderful. And that's going to provide, when we have buses in here, having this little turning point here will be great. So we'll be able to get residents to the harbour and then get them away just in this little turny circle. That'll be nice. Right, so there's Enfield, Huntingdon, Boreham Wood, South Shields and Rochdale all set up with passenger lines. Now it's just time to actually get the line in, get the boats, and hopefully start transporting people fairly quickly. Alright, so Boreham Wood to South Shields. Can I get on that little person? Can I click it? There's a lot of stuff happening there. Boreham Wood. No, Boreham Wood, South Shields, Rochdale, South Shields. Please, South Shields. Oh, damn it, I clicked on the wrong thing. What have I clicked on there? Damn it. Can I get in? Is this here? There we go. South Shields. Back to Boreham Wood. What have I done now? Oh, consecutively, that's fine because that's going to change in a second. Huntingdon. And Enfield. Back to Huntingdon. Back to Boreham Wood. Perfect. Okay, that's a hell of a line. We'll have to put a few boats on there, I think. But should work just fine. I'm thinking if we've got 8 stops, why not just do like 4 boats for now, and we'll see where that gets us. I've decided to buy 8 boats to go on that line. I've called it the Rochdale Enfield passenger line, so hopefully that should make sense to us in the future. So we're going to let that run. I'm actually going to start fast forward in time. We'll go with double speed for now, I think. We need to really start progressing this date because I'm fed up of being in 1858. It's such a horrible time. With that done... Oh no, I think I've done the wrong place. Have I done this the wrong way? Hang on. What was I going to do? Oh no, it was going to go then Halifax Boreham Wood. Right, yeah. Okay, perfect. So, Halifax. Let's set up a harbour over here. This one's going to be super simple because it's literally right on the water. So we'll set this up right there, I guess. How close can I get it? There. Is that connected? Doesn't really give me much room to upgrade that road, I've just thought. But oh well, that's done now. So that's fine. Boreham Wood's already set up. So now we need to get this line to Willenhall. And then also to Potton, which is going to be difficult. Is that navigable waters for a start? I think it is navigable. I think our boats can get through here. We'll hope that they can anyway. So in Willenhall, where do we want to place our harbour? It's going to have to be... Do you know what? It makes sense to have it right here on this sort of piece of land right there. So I'll put it there and we'll get a road and we'll bring the road along here. It's actually this one, is it? Before I do that, let's bring it along this part first. There we go. And then I'm just going to do a curvy little thing here. I wish I had some sort of precision tool. Have I got that? Maybe I do have that, but oh well. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I wouldn't mind it just joining up to this, to be honest. Oh, it's colliding? How odd. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Collides. Ah, there we go. We can go there. Oh, it's colliding with the water. Not sure if I like that, you know, guys. I would like this to connect up in some sort of way, but it doesn't like the water. How low can we make this? It's got to be there, apparently. And that's just too much. Too much for my liking. It'd be nice to have... I wonder if I should terraform this. Let me get my terraforming tool. Landscaping. Smooth terrain. Flattened terrain. I guess flattened terrain is what I want, right? So if I... Do I just click? Or do I... What do I do? Do I right click and then drag? I think I right click then drag. Yeah. I've never done this before. I don't know how expensive it's going to be. Oh, it actually works quite well in this game, turns out. There we go. And I'll do this. I think you just actually click. You start where you want it to be flattened, sort of in line with. And then you just sort of drag. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We don't need all of this water up in here. There we go, let's... Yeah, that looks better. Much better. And I'm also going to get rid of this water here because I think it's going to impact the town's growth and we don't need that. So let's do that. How much is this? This is going to cost me a fortune, isn't it? I'm spending way too much money on this. But do you know what? I'm in the thick of it now. I've got to do it. Now I've started. 100,000, that's too much. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. That is way too much. Okay, there's that one set up. And then Potton. Now, Potton, I actually want to make... I'd really like to make a road through here. Not a road, like a navigable waterway. So can I lower the terrain around here? How do I lower this in a meaningful way? Like this? If I lower it with the... Oh, I'm going to have to delete that road. I'm going to delete the road. We don't need it. Let's get rid of it. Get our landscaping tool again. And... yeah, I guess this is fine. Brush size, I could probably make this a little bit bigger. Here I want it. Right, there we go. Yeah, so I want to just sort of make this navigable by boat. So I don't know how deep I need it to be for that. If I get it, if I do the equal terrain, so if I click there then... Oh gosh, this is costing a fortune. Absolute fortune that's cost. Whew, that is steep. Let's turn up the speed. Let's get some more. Let's get some more money on the go. Whew. Okay. I'm hoping though boats can get through there. They probably could in the first place, right? I'm probably just overthinking it. Right. No more money to waste on that. I'm just thinking that should take some journey time off. Important, what's the best place to put this? I'm thinking in here it makes quite a nice little area. So let's put this here. There. It's outside of navigable waters. That's no good. That's really no good. Okay, I'm not liking any of this placement, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should. I know I said I wouldn't, but I think I'm gonna level this. And then I'll also level this bit so it's a big drop off. And I hope that will mean that that water is now navigable. And we'll just twist this round and do that. There we go. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it because Potton's a tiny little town. It's not worth the money that I'm spending on it, to be honest. But we're doing it because I want to get it done. Right. So I can now get people on this line, can't I? So let's see. We're going to want to set up a new line. It's going to go from Potton to Willinghall and then to Borehamwood. And Borehamwood's going to be the exchange. If I can get in here. Borehamwood, and then we're going to go to Halifax. And then from Halifax back to Borehamwood. And then from Borehamwood back to Willinghall. And then from Willinghall back to Potton, but that's already done. And we'll call this the Halifax Potton line. I like these names, they're easy to pronounce. Halifax and Potton, I can deal with that. Right, now we need to get some boats on that line, and I don't have much money, but I don't think this is going to be a very well-travelled line anyway. So we're going to buy a couple of these. How many of these can we buy? We'll just buy as many as we can. 3. Ooh, that's not very many. Okay, they're on the line. I wonder now if that line we've just created is actually making us money. Let's have a quick look. Probably not. Rochdale, Enfield. Nope, it's losing us a tremendous amount of money. An astronomical amount of money. Yikes. I don't know if we can support that, you know, guys, but we'll carry on and we'll hope for the best. I don't know, how many people does this reach? Not many. We need to get a bus stop or something in here. Definitely do. If we can get like a bus stop from the middle of town over to the harbour, I think that will probably solve some problems over here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to borrow a little bit. Only a tiny little bit because I don't think it's going to take much. And we're just going to get a bus to go from... which way is this going? From there? I want somewhere that like connects everything. We'll go from there because people are more important than the businesses, I think, for this. And then we'll go over to there. There we go. So we've got 2 stops in there. Now, I think South Shields already has a passenger line, but I don't think the passenger line actually goes down to the harbour. So we'll do a stop down here. Halifax, do they need a stop? I'm not sure. Halifax may be able to... I'll put one in just in case. Right, there we go. There's Halifax. Borehamwood. Now, Borehamwood is very central anyway. I'm going to take a stop from... Let's just do a... Do you know what? We've got this main street that goes, like, right the way through. I think we should play to that. And we'll do a stop here at the beginning of the street. How far does that reach? That reaches to there. So if we do another stop... like there. Okay, and then we'll do a stop along this. Does that reach all of those houses up there? It doesn't. Maybe we should do a stop here because that reaches all of those. And then we'll do a stop here, right here outside the harbour. Maybe too close, but do you know what? I'm not bothered. And then we'll do a stop here and it'll just do a loop. It'll just do a really simple loop. Don't know if I should do one both ways. I think we're fine with just the loop. Apparently, Huntington we don't need to bother with because, I mean, it's reaching all of... it reaches all of the citizens and it is literally packed, that station. That's going to be a very busy route, okay. Enfield might be okay. It may be okay. Where does that reach? No, it's not going to be okay. So, we'll go from there down to here. It's Enfield done. Willinghall is going to be terrible, actually. So we're going to go from there, and then it's going to have to be picking people up around about there. That should be fine. Potton. Where does Potton need? Potton probably will need something from there to there. Seems like such a terrible little line, doesn't it? But it's going to be important. Okay, that's all of those done. I need to get the lines in. I need to buy the vehicles. So Rochdale will go from there to there to there. Line 1 done. And we'll just call that Rochdale Circular or something like that. There's that one done. I'm not going to get any vehicles on there yet. And then all I'm going to do with this one is it's called line 1, so I need to change that for a start. So this is the South Shields line, and we need to add a station. So what is this picking up? This is passengers, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we go to, so from 1, we're probably going to want to go down to the port, and then yeah, probably there. So literally straight off that one, we're going to add a station to the port. That probably makes the most sense there. Halifax, we don't actually have a road depot in Halifax, so let's get one of those going. Like I said, guys, all about connections. We're making connections for these towns. Buy vehicles. Oh, not yet. We don't want to buy a vehicle yet. We just want to do the line from there to there. I'll literally just call that Halifax because there's nothing else going on in Halifax. So that'll do. We need a line in here. So new line. We're going to go from that one to that one to that one to that one to that one and back up to that one. I like that. Looks quite good. Tell me why we're doing this. Why is this happening? Is it because of that station right there? It's like stuck on that road. It needs to just go straight across, right? I wonder if I can do a waypoint. That's just so pointless. Absolutely pointless. No bus would ever do that. We'll put a waypoint there. And then we'll click on that. Boreham Wood. Manage line. After halt, we're going to add a station. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. It's purely because of this road. So what can we do? What can we do about it? Can we... I'm not sure what we can do about it, short of just downgrading the road before we get there. What if I do that? What if I go to a small street? Straight after this connection. Can I delete just this little bit? So I'll delete that. That cost me a fortune. I know that did. That was disgusting. That will go like this. To there. And then we'll do the upgraded road from there. Okay, and then I need to add a stop back in. Right there. Okay, that should now just take the right way. Please. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. That's fine. Oh, that was frustrating me, guys. Stuff like that really annoys me. All right, that is... I think that's everything. We just need to get... some horses and stuff into the right place. I'm not going to set up a new depot in Potton. I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to buy a horsey and we'll put that on the Potton circular. Not Potton, Rochdale. Nope, wrong line. No. Rochdale tools. Where did I... I can't believe I just did that. L Rochdale tools. Got the wrong horse on there. Where was it? This one. We'll put it on the P Rochdale. That one. What's wrong? Oh, have I used a cargo stop? Oh, I did, didn't I? Okay. That one. Manage line. Get rid of Park Lane. Oh no, Park Lane was the right one. Get rid of Church Road. Okay, there we go. Halifax. Did we put the vehicle on this line in Halifax? Can't remember. Let's speed up the game. We'll see now because it'll come through there. No, apparently not. Okay, we're out of money. Let's buy a horse. Halifax. There we go. Boreham Wood, we didn't need one. Enfield, I think I did one already. I think I did one for all of those. So we're good to go on all of these. Now it's just a case of waiting and seeing if they work. I need to build up some more money then so I can do the final 3, which are going to be along this river. And I think that'll be quite good. We'll have to wait for a point where we have money. There we go. So that one's in. I don't think I'll need a station for that either. Potton, I'm going to leave. Although I could... Do you know what? I could make a connection to Potton through here, and I probably will eventually. But for right now, we're going to leave it, and we're going to go Gainsborough. And I'm going to have to just put a road in here for Gainsborough, because I think this is like a wicked place for it, but I just don't think... I don't think I've got the money to get rid of these buildings, basically. And I don't. Don't even have the money to build it. Let's borrow. Oh no, I'm at the max of my loan. Yuck. Okay, it's just a waiting game now, guys, so bear with me while I wait for my money to build back up. I should now have enough money to get Gainsborough's port, so let's start doing that now before the money swiftly ticks away. It is a little bit tighter these days. These lines have not been particularly profitable. I'll show you in a couple of seconds, but it's, yeah, it's not looking pretty for us. I'm thinking I'm probably going to need to go somewhere like here. But do I want to... No, I want to go here, don't I? That's where I said I was going to go. And then I was going to set up a road. Let's do a small road because we're out of money. There's literally none left. All of our money's going. And if I could destroy the least amount of houses as possible, that would be great. It'll probably be one house at least destroyed. Let's go. Can we go from this corner? That's a pretty terrible junction right there, actually. Let's just do this. There we go. 200 grand. It cost us quite a bit, but it's there now. It's in, and it's pretty central. Connects to most of those houses, so I don't think we're going to need a boat line there, a bus line there either. And now the final one is Congleton, which is a hell of a name. And this, again, should be a fairly simple coastal harbour that connects to just about everything, as long as we can actually fit it in. That's the problem we have now. It's actually finding a patch of land we can put it on. It's proving tricky, actually. I want to put it here, but that's not possible with the current setup. Oh, there we go. We'll have to get rid of quite a few houses, but I'm comfortable with that. Didn't cost us too much. It's in a pretty good location, and to be honest, these houses, they need to move. they can go around here and spread around maybe. Right, with that in, we're now ready to set up this final line of the episode. So let's do that. We're going to go from Congleton to Gainsborough. Did I click that? There we go. To Corbridge and back to Gainsborough. Perfect. And we'll call this the P for passenger line. And it'll be Congleton. Oh, I hate that name. Congleton. There's too many syllables. To Corbridge. Okay, now I need to get a boat dock. I think... Oh, that's a vehicle one. So let's find... we'll need a shipyard. We'll put the shipyard at Gainsborough. And we'll buy some ships. How many can we buy? I'm just going to buy as many as I can. I don't know if I should buy the more expensive one. Let's just try. For this line, this one's a bit quicker. It's 16 miles per hour. I would be very interested... Oh, we can't afford it anyway. We need to buy at least 2, so we'll have to go with that. Right, now it's just a case to figure out whether these lines are going to make us money. Judging by the first 2 that I set up, the Rochdale Enfield and the Halifax Potton, I would say they're not going to make us money. Not initially, at least. But the Rochdale Enfield at least is getting us a lot of passengers. It's just a case of... It's a very expensive route. And... one of the main problems I feel like we're getting is, so if we look at Rochdale, right, Rochdale's getting fairly decent numbers to the harbour, but it's not a full boat, you know, that's only 35, so, and this is only coming in with 21. So yeah, the only real place that's getting a full boatload, I would say, is probably Borehamwood, which is absolutely packed on this line. The Rochdale Enfield line that's crazy, actually. And then we've got the Huntingdon, which I think a boat has just left, so we might need to forgive this. But normally it's full. Not so many right now, but yeah, I think a boat has just left. Must be one of these. Maybe this one? I don't know. Maybe a boat hasn't just left. Maybe I'm lying to you all. Either way, Borehamwood is doing like extremely well off this. It's just set up for harbours, this place. It's fantastic. It's got 930 residents in like no area whatsoever. So how it's doing that, I have no idea. And South Shields again is just doing fantastic. I've had to make the I've had to like triple the amount of vehicles on the bus route in South Shields. So if I click on one of these, here we go. It's not, the line itself I think is probably not making us money, but look, I've had to I increased the amount of vehicles here like halfway through the year, and then the next year it was this much, and now it's like this much. It's crazy, and it's probably going to be more this year. But you'll notice our income increases as well as our expenses. So at least we're, you know, it's scaling. What I would say is, though, that's actually quite disgusting, the fact that it scales in such a way that the income is constantly lower than the expenses. And what that means is, with the horses, there's no way of making a good profit off these lines. There really isn't. So I can't wait for us to get to a point where we discover some vehicles with engines rather than horses. I think at this point it's safe to say that this has been a complete and utter failure. It's really bad. The only line that's remotely decent is the Rochdale-Enfield line. Sometimes that gets to a point where it's like almost breaking even. But I mean, at this stage, we're still, you know, 200k down every year. Between these three lines, we're losing about 600 to 700,000 per year. I really can't afford to do that for much longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the boats off these lines. The two of the lesser lines, the boats are going. And then I may just keep Halifax to Boreham Wood. I feel like that line is going to work for us. I'm not 100%, but maybe it will. We'll see. How many people are waiting in Halifax? Yeah, Halifax seems to be doing, like, okay. Like, it's not horrendous. How many people are waiting here to go to Halifax? Oh, only 7, actually. I'm thinking that's not great. At this line, we've got 5 people are waiting to go to Enfield. 62 are waiting to go to Boreham Wood. At Enfield, we've only got 2 people waiting. So I think we're going to cut Enfield out of this line. So let's do that straight away. So we're going to go on here, manage line. Enfield is, we'll need to get rid of Huntington, and then we'll be able to get rid of Enfield. So now it's going to go, it's going to go as far as Huntingdon, and then it's going to go back up there. I think that may turn this line into a profitable one, because we're going between 4 cities that we already have goods going to, because Huntington is getting tools, and well, basically every stop on this line is getting tools, which is interesting actually. So I'm hoping that that will help things a little bit. Now the other thing we need to do, we need to just get rid of the other 2 lines. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna get the vehicles, manage vehicles, and we're going to sell them. Can't afford to keep them. Let's just get rid of them. And we're going to do the same with this line up here. It hasn't done very well. These 2 cities are actually pretty good, right? So, or maybe I should just change it so it's just between these 2 cities. How many are on this boat? I'm thinking if I just get rid of this line, get rid of Congleton, if I can say that name properly, we might start making a profit here. So let's do that. Let's do manage line. We'll get rid of that one. We'll need to get rid of these 2. There we go. So it's just going to go back and forth those 2, and then we can probably sell some ships. I'm kind of tempted to leave all the ships on there, but I won't. I'll sell them, so we'll have let's just do 3 ships for now. Okay, I may just hang around a little bit now and just see what that does for us, and I'll be back. Oh my goodness, you won't believe it, I've made a boo-boo. Instead of connecting these 2 that were doing quite well, I've connected it the wrong way round. Oh no, that's actually pretty terrible. So from Gainsborough we need to go to Congleton and get rid of this one. Oh, that killed us a little bit, but it's okay. We'll reset and we'll try again. Well, it turns out it's still an absolute disaster, guys. It's really bad. There's no sugarcoating this. It's not really working out. The only saving grace is that we are still making money, fortunately. And again, still from our water routes. It's just like our tool lines are making us a bunch of money. And without that, we would be dead broke right now. We do have, though, loads of people using our bus routes and our ports. It's not, at the moment, we don't have any boats that are sort of economically viable for us to set up passenger lines, and we don't have a regular flow of passengers. Now, I do think I could adjust this slightly, and I may try that in a future episode. I may decide to, rather than doing like a line that goes to 4 different stations, I may just do a single line that goes back on 4 each one, and that may produce more money for us. It may also be more of a flop, because what tends to happen is, so between like South Shields and Borehamwood, we'll probably make money, but from South Shields to Rochdale, we'll probably lose money, and same from Borehamwood to Huntingdon, we'll probably lose money. So we could, filter citizens into the main ports and then transfer between the two. I might do that. But that's a job for a future me. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Apologies that this episode we haven't been able to make as much progress as I hoped. But we've tried something new. It didn't come off for us. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions down in the comment section to let me know what I did wrong and how I can make this line better. Personally, I think it's a waiting game. I believe we need cheaper boats. With all that said, thank you very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.